Well, we came from Paris, France, back to Orange County, California, where Christmas appears to be in full swing. It's Christmas everywhere. You can't get away from Christmas. And you know that saying, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em? Well, if you can't get away from Christmas, then you might as well embrace the Christmas, which is why I've come down here to the Orange Circle, aka beautiful downtown. Or I guess in the modern day, it's much more appropriate to say Old Town Orange, with our giant traffic circle down here. We've got our giant decorations up, I see. I say we because I used to live here. I don't anymore. Although I don't live very far away. And ever since I was a kid, and really, especially ever since I've been doing these videos, I've spent quite a lot of time down here. It's nice to see the fountain on and restored because, of course, a car smashed into it not that long ago, completely destroying it pretty much. It's actually very calm and quiet over here in the circle today, which is nice because normally there are just kids all over the place from the nearby Chapman University. I'm usually saying how much things have changed down here because it's always so packed. But on this fine, beautiful weekday afternoon, it's actually kind of nice. Now, I don't know if you can tell from this distance, but you can see this big pine tree over here. You see how there's all these decorations in it? That's the Orange Circle's big Christmas tree. There are Christmas lights going all the way up that, 4 or 5 story tree. Then, of course, there's also the tree in the plaza over here. Every year they do a big Christmas tree lighting ceremony. I think it's going to happen December 8th this year, so it hasn't happened quite yet. I remember the first time I ever came down to try to catch the tree lighting ceremony, I was like, how come I'm getting such a great view of this Christmas tree? Because I'm thinking of this one, right? The one next to the giant Santa Claus in the circle. I'm standing over here like, this is so awesome. And then in the way background, I see the big tree over there light up, which you can't even see from here at the moment. I'm like, oh man, I blew it. How was I supposed to know they liked the weird big pine tree? Anyway, the big familiar decorations are up, all except for the big manger scene, which is missing. I don't know if it's being repaired or all the negative Nancy's finally convinced the city not to put up the big manger, but normally there's a big manger right over here where this lady's kind of sitting there facing out towards traffic. Anyway, you can see why I come down here to embrace the Christmas, because look at this. Old Town Orange is the closest thing you're gonna see in Southern California to a Christmas postcard. Look at how gorgeous that is. You got the garlands and the lights strung up over the streets for the festivities that happen at nighttime, people roaming around. It's like something out of a Christmas movie. In fact, they have filmed several movies down here in the Orange Circle, like That Thing You Do, Small Soldiers of all things, Big Mama's House. Anyway, it's sort of the most Main Street USA you can get outside of Disneyland. In the last couple of years, it's been infested with all kinds of new little hip restaurants and bars. Oh my gosh, there's a dog over there in a Christmas outfit. You can come get some coffee or a little Starbucks treat or go to one of these little cafes. Like this place used to be called Paris in a Cup. Now it's the Euro Cafe, so a little more fancy than ever. And there's all kinds of little boutique shops down here. But of course, my favorite thing is to come down and cruise through the antique stores, especially at Christmas, coming over here to the Orange Circle Antique Mall, specifically to look right in this window right here. This is the booth of my friends at Joyride Vintage, and they always have like the best stuff. They know how to pack a window, that's for sure. I bought so much stuff from Joyride that it wouldn't even feel like Christmas anymore if I didn't come in and take a look at the wares. I can't tell you how many booths are actually in this place. It's got to be a couple hundred. I mean, between the 2 buildings and upstairs and downstairs. But I've always got to start with the Joyride booth. It's got so much mid-century modern stuff in it. So many blow molds. Look at this. You got everything from this old, what looks like an old Japanese Santa wreath, because all the stuff after World War II was made in Japan. All the best mid-century modern stuff. Look at these old mid-century blow-molded deer to a blow-molded Santa Mickey. As long as it sort of fits the vibe, it can come in. Oh, dude, look at this old light-up ceramic Christmas tree. Flocked in golden glitter right there. Perfect to get your hands dirty when you're unpacking your Christmas stuff. Oh my gosh, there's even this little miniature one. How cute. Whenever I see you, Allie, in like a mid-century context, I think, oh, you belong there. You were born in like the wrong era. You're like from the 50s or 60s or something. I always call it Grandma's House Christmas. That's the vibe I'm after, because my grandma, you know, they weren't rich, my grandparents, but for whatever reason, she had a huge collection of Christmas tchotchkes and knickknacks, things like the flocked plastic deer here with the golden glitter and the little bell, all kinds of felt made things. The reason you see so many different felt stockings, by the way, from the 50s and the 60s, and so many felt Santas and things, is because women, of course, back then used to read all those magazines, things like Good Housekeeping and stuff, and every year around Christmas they would put patterns in there, like, just cut this thing out of felt, you'll have this pattern for a Santa or whatever. And so we come across these stockings, and they're all individual, they're all custom made. Look at this is exactly what I'm talking about, because it wasn't just the parents' magazines, you know, Good Housekeeping or whatever, but you would also have the kids' magazines, all these kid activities. So Allie and I actually have several of those, like, kind of homemade felt stockings from the 1950s. I don't know, they add something. I'm telling you, it doesn't look like much, but when you put something like this up in your house during Christmas, it just adds a little vintage vibe. Ooh la la, look at this outfit this lady's wearing to the Christmas party. Man, this is out of my budget right now, but look at that. 95 bucks. The Santa Glow wreath. How cute is that? And it's still got the original box. That's amazing. Look at this big plastic Santa face over here. You have one of those shiny pipe cleaner aluminum Christmas trees. Oh my gosh, it still has the stinking box for this. This is what you would point like a light bulb at. That would have a colored wheel that would rotate in front of it, so your Christmas tree would change color. Sometimes you put this on like a Lazy Susan thing and the whole tree would rotate in front of the light. Oh, and look at this lady, the lady with no hands. She's got a nice dress. She's ready for Christmas. She's thinking about buying this tree right here. You might want to give her some space. Oh my gosh, what the heck? They even have vintage Santa paper plates. Although by that logo, I'm thinking that looks very 90s to me. Very 90s. See, I never knew they had paper treasures hiding here. They got vintage Christmas labels and unstuck and everything. Look at all the little ornaments and little knickknacks. See, I love this stuff. There's nothing wrong with big box stores or being up on the modern trends, but I prefer vintage stuff, or I prefer handmade stuff, or one of a kind, or at least a few of a kind, you know. I like finding the things that not everybody else has access to at Target or whatever. Like, look at this. For the Disney fan in your life, is it cooler to get something from the park now, or cooler to get Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom Mickey Mouse shampoo and Pluto bath powder? Hey, what the heck is bath powder? I don't think I've ever used any bath powder. Is that okay? Am I the weird one? Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at these old Christmas lights down here. Noma Safety Plug Christmas lights. See, that is freaking cool. Or you could buy your dad a battle axe over here. This is a great place to pick up some Christmas presents. Now, of course, Allie and I do have our own sort of antique store booth. It's not really ours anymore. We sort of share it with my mom. She sort of runs the thing. Look at this crazy mid-century furniture. That lamp is so cool. That's actually in a competing antique mall just down the street, on the same block and everything. But even though we have a booth over there, it doesn't stop me from loving the Orange Circle Antique Mall. One of my all-time favorite places. Look at this little thing. Build your own Disneyland. That's awesome. One of the fun things about coming in here, coming into some of the same shops over and over for years, that you see the booths change. Like, there used to be a very nautical tiki booth back here, actually right there, that had a haunted ship's wheel. I don't know if you guys remember that old episode. And so you get to see the booths actually change. And then, of course, the stuff in the booths is changing all the friggin' time. Allie just found, I heart leftovers. That's true for me, but you hate leftovers. Fun fact about Allie, Allie won't ever eat any leftovers. I have to finish everything. Look at this. You got some shoe molds in here. I don't know what in the world those are, but those look like an old antique shoe store. Try on your shoe, put it on the thing, you know? Because they kind of look like those things you used to have at Payless. I have no idea what this wooden box was for. But every nook and cranny of this place is full of unusual, strange, little fun things. Look at, you got a vintage camera collector in your life? Well, this is the place to get them a present. You got friends who like sleeping and they like zombies? Well, here you go. Quit your bellowing. Get it? Oh my gosh, I happen to know what this is. This is a bee smoker. We brought one of these back from Maine on our last trip over there and sold it in our booth. Weird. See, you get something burning in this can, you squeeze those little bellows, and out comes smoke, calms down the bees. Oh, here's an old classic, the Citrus Coast booth, right next to the Bearded Lady banner. That's pretty cool, dude. Give this to your favorite bearded lady in her life. She will love getting this for Christmas. Citrus Coast over here. Always a lot of vintage stuff. Uh-oh, there's old Playboy magazines. Don't look, kids. That's not for you. I always have that kind of American Pickers sort of rusty gold vibe in here, or rusty brass, as it turns out. Look at these ladies' shoes. Brass lady shoes. I don't know what I would use those for, but for some reason now I want them. Oh, how cute is this? Look at this. Screen printing, full service, fossil inks, custom sign painting. Are these actually old? No, these are fossil. These are new. Fish. Ooh, you never know when you're gonna get lucky, because look at that. There are chisels in there. There are old wood carving rasps down there. Look at this, I'm finding wood carving tools. I am, no lie, about to buy myself some Christmas presents. I was not expecting that, but hey. I've actually been doing some wood carving in the garage. I was literally covered in sawdust this morning doing a little wood carving in there. I really want to buy that small saw too, because I need some small saws. But anyway, I prefer working with vintage tools wherever possible. So whenever I find any vintage gouges or anything that could be useful to me, I buy it. Ooh, I think Joyride also owns this case as well. Look at all the tiki stuff they have packed into here. Everything from vintage stuff to Trader Sam's stuff in here. All kinds of very risque stuff. What is that? Did I just hear French? Someone speaking French. I can't get away from it. Look at this. Look at the old vintage magazines. That is so cool looking. They just don't do it like that anymore. Kind of hard to walk through and look at some of these because I'm starting to get jealous. Like, I wish I had some of this in my booth right now, especially old Mickeys. If you guys have any old Mickeys you don't want, send them my way. I love having old Mickeys in the booth. There's something about old Mickeys and finding them, you know, a new Andy, if you know what I mean. Oh man, it's not Halloween, but I'm feeling. Look at that freaking blow mold tombstone right there. That is so freaking cool. Speaking of cool stuff, there's no better place to visit than the cool stuff section over here in the Orange Circle Antique Mall, where for some reason there's always action. Dude, look at all the cameras right there. Holy Zamolians. Dude, Brad Iwan needs this. He loves trains. Mickey Mouse Choo Choo Train. Fisher Price. $185. Holy moly. Inflation doesn't just affect butter. Anyway, upstairs always has good stuff. So it has your A-list stuff. Ooh, look at this. The Clash. The self-titled first album. Look at that, with a black side instead of green. I like that. One of my favorite records of all time. But as things get more expensive, and that would include the rent on places like this, and you have to charge more for your stuff, upstairs gets more and more A-list type of antiques. And of course, the stuff that I'm really into is finding the very weird and the very unusual. And over here these days, that means heading downstairs. Although, never underestimate the nooks and crannies upstairs. First of all, that is the creepiest Cupid doll I've ever seen. And then what in the world is Jesus doing with this baby? Creepy. I mean, I guess the baby's in good hands and all. It's just, it's creepy. Look at this. It's some kind of old railroad car. But then I noticed it says on it, the Boxcar Children Mysteries. So it must have been some kind of bookstore display. Not what I was expecting to see. Hank Williams sings Caliga and other humorous songs. All right. Okay, that is so cool. All right, there's tons of leather jackets and tiki mugs and weird sort of discount guitars up here. But like I said, gotta head downstairs. Downstairs is the jam. Oh, that's a great lamp right there. All right. Into the depths, Sally. Down, down, down we go into the depths. Oh yeah, I forgot about the 70s, the groovy booth over here. This is where we found Blippi in the music box that time. Hey, Sylvester Stallone, what a hunk. Oh, look, they even have Christmas trees down in the basement. Just like Silence of the Lambs. Look at some vintage Christmas stuff over here on display. This is crazy. I feel like we could find a good present for our friend Alex over here. She's very into colorful clothing like this. I wonder if some of this was my Aunt Tina's from back in the day. I actually think about that all the time. The stuff my Aunt Tina would have been into, all the hippie stuff and all the 70s groovy stuff. And how all their stuff is probably somewhere in an antique store right now. Whoa. Speaking of wood carvings, look at the size of that mask right there. Oh my gosh. Oh, the perfect gift for your grandma. A beautiful 1980s pencil David Bowie. Only $60. Hey, it's good vibes down here, dude. They're playing Johnny Cash, Boy Named Sue, and look at this, Elvis Presley. Too bad he never got off the ground. No one ever heard of young Elvis Aaron Presley. Whoa. Those are some shiny stickers. I miss those. Would you guys buy a shiny holographic, holographic? Yes, holographic Randomland bumper sticker? I'm thirsty. Maybe I'll have an old school Diet Dr. Pepper or a squirt. No, I want a new grape.
No, I want a Canada Dry Spur or a Big Red. I want them all. Bobby Burns beverages.
I have no idea what any of those taste like. Like, have any of you ever drank a Skipper? What the heck does a Skipper taste like? I like this. Spike it. You'll like it. My friend Spike should make a t-shirt of this. Or maybe that should be his bio on his dating apps. Spike it. You'll like it. Okay, I found this in a different booth. But I saw this lonely dwarf. I thought, where's his 6 brothers to keep him company? They have their tags from their respective booths, but at least now they won't be lonely. Oh my gosh, what is this? Cragstan. Crap shooter. You're supposed to put dice in there or something? It shakes up your dice for you? See, like, this is weird. I've never seen that. I'm probably never going to see another Cragstan crap shooter ever again. I should get this for Adam the Woo for Christmas. He would love this. It looks kind of like him, too. Ooh, here's a couple of good Christmas presents for someone you don't like. Ugh. That's the ugliest shirt ever, unless you're a huge fan of skunks and mushrooms. Yuck. Hey, what's that shirt trying to say anyway? Skunks and mushrooms. Ooh, a J.C. Higgins sprocket. That's cool. What is this? An airplane lamp. That's cool. Watch out, low bridge. Whoa. What's up with this dog cookie jar? Why is his arm a cannon? What's wrong with him? It was like Dog Mega Man over there. Mega Dog. Oh my gosh, would you look at the size of that Sour Patch Kid? It's huge! Finally, something large enough to keep my Sour Patch collection in. Wait a minute, I don't have a Sour Patch collection. Dude, but this thing would be a heck of a way to start. Look, he's still got the sugar on him. And what the heck is this? No Sour Patch Kids in here, just one tiny little baby. Ooh, I could use one of these when I go see the in-laws. Okay, I was just being silly, but actually, it's a freaking metal shield with like a metal handle on the back. It's only $55. I mean, that's actually kind of cool. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be mad if somebody got me that for Christmas. You could pair it with this giant fishing spear over here. Uh-oh, I'm breaking the store. Look at that. See? This would protect you from political discussions at Thanksgiving or Christmas. I would get this too, but I don't have a payphone to go with it. All right, we're cruising around over here. All this is for no reason, by the way. We're just cruising around looking at antiques for fun. We're just bringing you along for fun. Look at this very, very 80s hat. Oh, there's like little beans in it. Gross. But look at this Frosty Freeze ice creamer. You make it yourself in seconds. I thought it had something to do with this egg, so I was very confused for a second. That's just an ostrich egg. So never mind. Also, Darth Maul puzzle. Neat! Oh, vintage scale so I can see how fat I've gotten in the 50s. Stupid pandemic. I think this thing is broken. But like, seriously, is it broken or did... Yeah, I've been eating too much pasta lately. That's not good. Oh my gosh! I recognize this robot over here. I met him in this bar one time in Indiana. He was telling me this whole story about his ex-wife. Dude, nice to see you again. Hey, you could get this for your cousin Eric. Doesn't he work at Dairy Queen? Hasn't he worked at Dairy Queen for like years and years? He loves Dairy Queen. He doesn't love anything but Dairy Queen. Oh my gosh, you know what this is? This is one of those like Teddy Ruxpin knockoff animatronic goofies. This thing moved and talked and blinked. He's very creepy, I believe. Let's see if I'm correct. You put a cassette tape. Yeah, that's where the cassette tape goes, or at least the batteries. Nope, just animatronic. I guess you don't put a cassette tape in Goofy. Or at least if you do, it's somewhere I don't want to look. Weird. There's a bear that looks suspiciously like it does something like... Oh yeah, his eyebrows go up. Weird. Grandpa Bear. Teddy Ruxpin's grandpa. Oh, he's sleepy. Oh, he's awake. He's sleeping. It's like when my grandma used to start to doze off. When she finally go to sleep, and then we'd sneak out the window and run around the neighborhood. See, I look at stuff like this, look at these fruit things up here, and I'm like, ew, like, who would want these flowers and fruits and stuff? But then we'll be in Paris and see some cafe where this is all up on the roof with little twinkling Christmas lights, and you're like, oh, it's so cute. I see it in America, I'm like, ugh, what's that? I want to go to Walmart. I wish I had some money so I could just rent an apartment, come here, buy everything in one booth. Like, let's say this booth right here, and this would just be the furniture. And that's all you had to work with. Or you could get a fridge and a microwave, but otherwise you had to furnish it completely from only one antique store booth. If you had to do it, this would be the one. Look at all this stuff. You have nautical nonsense back there, but look at the chairs. nice, comfortable. I bet these chairs are way more comfortable than anything in my house. I swear to you, Allie, these chairs are more comfortable than anything in our house. We need these two ugly grandma chairs in our house. I'm not getting up this shop without me. I'll phone you when I'm ready to continue. I'm an owl. All right, I'm very stupid because for a second out of the corner of my eye, I thought that said Dr. Pepper. I was like, when did Dr. Pepper have a wooden can? So it might be time to get out of the basement now. Whoa, hot in 3 minutes, just like me. I don't know what that means. What? Fake Tyler? Is that Bongo? Whoa. Oh. He has his own little weight in there. Freaked me out a little bit. Aw, Snoopy. You know, once you spend enough time in the basement, you start to go a little crazy, a little mad. You might want to just punch through some glass. Oh, optical illusion. Oh, I can't wait to read about Helen's baby. I can't wait to read about Helen's babies. I like this one. The Outdoor Chums at Cabin Point. Hey! Get out of here, you jackanapes! I love it in the basement. I never want to leave the basement. I never want to come out of the basement. I love the basement. Sulu knows what I mean, don't you, Sulu? Yes, Sulu. Fear the dragon. Hey! Look at all this stuff. I can survive down here for years. No one will ever find me. I've got first aid. I've got a helmet. I've got everything I need. I got a camp stove.
You need to go upstairs right now.
Whew. If you're susceptible to psychosis, make sure to bring some oxygen down there with you. Anyway, the Orange Circle Antique Mall, one of my favorites. So cool, man. Everybody's strutting and strolling around here. Now, if you're wondering where our antique booth is, because people keep asking me all the time, no matter how many times I show it, it's at the end of this street. So you go away from the circle, past the Orange Circle Antique Mall, see another sign hanging up that says Antique Mall on it. What you're looking for is this building right here. It's called the Antique Station. It's an old Alpha Beta grocery store that later became a satellite market. So satellite markets were a thing that were just here in Southern California. There was famously one by Disneyland. It had a cool satellite sign. Our booth is right inside of here, just one row back from this big window. Oh, and look at this one-man band thing we have in our booth right now. My mom found that somewhere. Come and buy it. Come buy stuff. Make my mom happy. Give my mom the present of an empty booth. Anyway, there's no need to spend any more time in there at the moment because we'll be back in there probably in a few days or so. I got some stuff I got to take to the booth. I've been working on some stuff at home. Maybe to sell in there. It'll make my mom happy. I want to get back on track with Christmas, and I made a discovery today, which I should have discovered, I don't know, a year, 2, 3 years ago. There's one place in Orange County everybody likes to go for Christmas. It's a place called Rogers Gardens. I just referenced it the last time we were at regular Disneyland, plain old original Disneyland. I was talking about how they moved the original bandstand from Disneyland over to Rogers Gardens. And we've been down there and we filmed some of their Halloween themed stuff. So like they'll go nuts during Halloween and do a whole Halloween garden collection thing where they go really elaborate with the decorating. They had a Nightmare Before Christmas themed Halloween display that I filmed a couple of years ago. Anyway, Rogers Gardens has been getting more and more popular with spooky people and Halloween stuff because they're elaborate Halloween displays. But the thing they've been known for years and years, they're way down like in Newport Beach, they're way down in South Orange County, sort of the fancy rich part of Orange County. The thing they're the most famous for is very fancy themed Christmas trees, right? So they go nuts at Christmas. They have whole rooms full of Christmas trees with very expensive, fancy ornaments. They're all rare and themed out little trees. It totally inspired my mom when I was a kid. Like I was just mentioning yesterday, actually, to do themed Christmas trees. So she did a Canada theme. She did just different themes throughout the years. Anyway, so for my whole life, I've been seeing people that are like, oh, we have to go down to Rogers Gardens and see the themed Christmas trees. Go see the cute little displays. It's kind of posh, sort of fancy and all that stuff. Well, I just discovered today a little place right here in the Orange Circle. There is now no longer any need to go down to Rogers Gardens if you just want to get a little taste of fancy Christmas flavor, because just over here to my right, just past the Blaze Pizza, you see that kind of red building over there on the corner? There's a little business called The Potting Shed that looks deceptively small over here in the entrance, although well decorated. But it turns out it actually takes up most of this huge building. They've been there for a couple of years now, but I've never gone inside until today. And the reason is because in their old location down elsewhere in the Orange Circle, most of the stuff was outside. You see little pots and plants and a couple of nifty little garden gifties. And so because of this entrance right here, I always thought, oh, it's still the same sort of stuff. It's still sort of the same size. No, I was completely wrong. Not only is it this whole space down here, they've got almost the entire upstairs. That's where I started this video from. And there is so much to see in here. I never have been inside during Christmas, and lo and behold, they have some very fancy Christmas trees in here, a la Rogers Gardens. Only this one has a very citrusy twist, because look at just inside the door. It's the amazing, the incredible, the one of a kind Orange Circle orange Christmas tree. Look at this Christmas tree covered in orange ornaments of every kind. Look, you got these dry orange slice ornaments. You got these clusters of little, what are those? Those cuties, those little baby oranges ornaments. You have some fancy glass sparkly ornaments, orange marmalade ornaments, orange cocktail ornaments. This thing smells like an orange for some reason. They sprayed orange oil all over it, perhaps. Look at that, an Orange Circle orange Christmas tree. This should be like everybody's #1 Instagram spot if you're into the orange or the Orange Circle. And by the way, I was going to say this at the beginning of the video and totally forgot until now. I really consider this to be one of the main attractions down here. Like, if you're coming down to visit Disneyland or Knott's Berry Farm, make the Orange Circle like your third day, because it's absolutely free to walk around here, check out the antique shops, check out the Orange Circle orange Christmas tree of oranges over here. See, look at that. Those people were in the shop for a while, and even they didn't notice the orange tree till they were walking up. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Look at this. We have a dog tree over here. Here's a whole snowman themed tree. Look at all the vintage style ornaments. And there's tons of other stuff in here, like all kinds of different nifty gifties. But look at these Christmas trees. Hey, look. Mice. Remember those rats we saw yesterday at Knott's Berry Farm? You guys gotta go check that out. Rat-themed Christmas. That's what's in these days. Look at the cute little Santa ornaments. There's Mrs. Claus. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, these are gonna be Allie's favorite Christmas trees ever.
Oh,
look at the s'more ornaments.
I used to have one of these.
You used to have one of these?
Yeah.
There's little, but there's all kinds of little s'mores. They were just telling us there's 10,000 ornaments in here and 40 different themed trees. Look at the campfire ornament right there. 10,000 ornaments. Oh my gosh. Look at them all. You got everything from like vintage, classy Santa to your s'more tree over there. That's like Allie's favorite thing. She loves this time of year because she loves making a little fire and doing s'mores and roasting marshmallows. She gets all excited and buys a huge bag of marshmallows, and she eats like 3 of them. She's like, I'm full, I can't handle any more marshmallows. Look at this one though. Look at the little woodland tree. You got a little fox and a little log cabin. Look at this little fire in a lantern glowing. I don't even know what all this is. I was so overstimulated. I was talking to a lady behind the counter, and I just knocked down a weird pufferfish ornament or a bird or whatever it was from the ceiling. I'm still cringing internally. Internal cringe. New band name, I called it. All this would have been so great, Allie, when we had our forest-themed living room. Because look at all this. Like, even look at the little napkins. They've got little soaps. And I can't tell you how good it smells in here. It smells like spruce. What's this? A burglar, a ski-themed burglar ornament. But no, look at all the little deer and the skis. Anyway, there's only a handful of trees down here. This is what impressed me, right? Okay, look, there's the front entrance. Here's sort of the main room. There's a few Christmas trees here. But if we can just go past Allie, this is what I never knew about this building. Look at this. It opens up to this huge sort of outdoor space. So there's a backyard down here, and look at all these different pots, and you have little miniature trees and frogs and your typical garden. See, this is what I remembered from the old location of the potting shed, because this is all the stuff you'd see outside. This is all that I figured they had inside. Look, you got some tiki fountains right over there. You got the lights of beach rock. Everybody could use one of those for Christmas. But what I didn't realize is not only does it go all the way back here into a different corner of the same building downstairs, But this whole atrium thing is part of the potting shed, and then basically the entire upstairs portion of this old brick building. This is all the pot, and you knew about this and you never told me. Look at this downstairs. I got all kinds of fancy books. Oh, another perfect tree for you, Allie, because it's all food. Look at, you got everything from mixed nuts, hot dog cart, cooler ranch, like a pizza cutter ornament right there, a ramen noodles ornament. You got soy sauce, Raisin Bran, perfect for grandpa. Oh, look, there's a little pizza ornament. Lucky Carbs. Oh my gosh. Do you know anyone who really loves Hormel chili with beans? A deviled egg ornament. I mean, that is perfect. Wait a minute. How dare they put the devil's eggs on a Christmas tree? That's just a joke. Oh, look at this. String cheese way up there. And sushi. How come every silly thing that we see, either I'll say it or Allie just said, we should get that for Tyler. We always just want to give Tyler the weird things that we find. Anyway, look, you got all kinds of fancy spoons and whisks, and there's all kinds of other gifts in here. And look at buttermilk pancake biscuit mix stuff. But look at the Christmas trees are what have my attention now. And we haven't even got to the best stuff, because the best stuff is upstairs. This is the coolest, best secret in the orange circle, which is probably what I should have said at the very beginning of the video so that most people would have stuck around. Look at this vintage grandma's house style Christmas. This is what I'm all about. The little bubble Santa over here, the ceramic mugs, the ceramic reindeer. What in the world is that? And then look at this Christmas tree here. There are all kinds of chef ornaments on here, and that includes celebrity chefs. Okay, that is weird, but not as weird as what you're going to see upstairs. First, really quick, look at this blue and white themed, gorgeous Christmas tree. It's not only can this place give you inspiration, but it can give you all the goods to make it happen. This one's cute. You got a bunch of gingerbread men over here. You got blueberry pancakes. A lot of food themed Christmas trees in this particular area. But it makes sense because look, they have all the food products down here as well. That is the tiniest, cutest little cheese grater ever. Okay, but here's the thing. Upstairs is really what I wanted to show you, and not only do they have an elevator that can go upstairs, but like I showed you, they have this whole weird atrium over here. Look at the staircase in here, all enclosed in glass. It looks like something that must have been done in the 80s or the 90s. That's sort of a very 80s mall-looking ceiling. But even in here, look at this. They got brass Christmas. They got a brass deer smoking a pipe for whatever reason. You got a brass fox, a brass... The only thing they don't have is a brass monkey. You know, that funky monkey? They don't have one of those in here. Look at the violin ornaments on here. I mean, this is really cool, you guys. There's all kinds of pretty stuff. Like, look at this little... I don't know what you call these, like an arbor, a little archway thing. You could probably get married in that thing. Dude, you can take a lot of pretty Instagram pictures in here, Allie, and then look it up the stairs. Check this out. This is going to blow your mind. Beyond the drinking fountain, where you can refill your water bottle if you're thirsty in the orange circle, beyond these clocks, look at this amazing space. It's practically the whole upstairs of the building, and it is full of the best Christmas stuff. Look at these sort of reproduction flocked Japanese Santa Clauses over here. They got all kinds of cute little peanut stuff, and of course you have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But look at this sort of vintage TV, and you can turn up the volume and turn it on, and look at that. There's little ice skaters inside of there. That's awesome. This is so cool. And again, look at this. You got some celebrity ornaments, but a lot of mid-century ornaments. Like you got these robots here. You've got all kinds of dragons and rubber ducks and weird leather-clad Lemmy Kilmister biker guys doing YMCA. Jackie Kennedy Onassis? All right, I wasn't expecting to see Stranger Things because mostly you have sort of vintage stuff on here. You got to be careful handing me glass stuff like that, Allie. Dude, it's like cutesy Christmas overload in here. They weren't kidding when they said 40 different trees downstairs. Look at this. You got the Japanese trees, you got the cricket, and you got the sumo wrestler, you got the koi fish on there. Well, maybe it's not just Japanese. Maybe it's just sort of a Eastern tree altogether. Oh, right next to the meditation garden section. Oh, here's a little one right here with little Air Force and Navy and Armed Services ornaments, so you can get very patriotic. Oh, look, even support our police on there. So if you love America and you want to show some support for that law enforcement officer or veteran in your family, that's the way to go. Look at, and it changes styles because there's all kinds of these little cloth sort of, I don't know, what would you call that? It's like more of a 90s grandma's house sort of vibe right there. But you have little garden gnomes. There's motorcycle riding Santa right there. Watermelon. Know anybody who likes watermelon? Get him that ornament right there. You like watermelon, right, Allie? No, Allie hates watermelon. But do you like watermelon ornaments?
Yeah, they're fine.
You like watermelon airheads, so why not a watermelon ornament? We'll get or maybe this frog. Maybe I'll get you this frog. The Rainforest Cafe ornament. Dude, I cannot believe how many trees they packed in to this space up here. And the best ones are over there by the windows, right past all the fancy Taschen books. There are so many incredible themed Christmas trees just packed over here in front of the windows, which, by the way, give an excellent viewpoint over the orange circle. What a place to watch the tree lighting ceremony from. Look at this one right here. You got all kinds of cloth ornaments, these really cool mid-century sort of Christmas stars up here, little knit sweaters and garlands. Man, when she said 10,000 ornaments, I thought she was exaggerating, but she was not. Fake Tyler? Look at this. You got Rudolph, a Twix. Again, so much food. A mid-century, modern, Floridian-looking snow ornament thing. I like that. I don't know how to describe it. Good thing this is YouTube, so you saw it for yourself. Yeah, this is basically kind of your pink flamingo section over here. You got your mid-century modern ornaments. I love that tree topper. Terrified to put one on my own tree because I know it'll break. You got Jackie O all over the Jackie Kennedy all over the thing. Look at this little ballerina, a little shoe on there. Fluffy, fuzzy pink flamingos. I mean, this tree here, this should be a tree at the Madonna Inn. Like 100%. Oh, look at this. See? See? For the pinup girl near you. Oh, look at this. Little Sex in the City action. Press for pool boy. Don't you press it, Allie. Don't you press it. What do you got? A Kit Kat clock. My favorite. Oh, this is cool too. Pink dinosaur and an alien from another world. Ooh, they got a Louis Vuitton bag one. I get that from my friend Ernie. And yeah, they're not the least expensive ornaments I've ever seen. Some of them are pretty decent, $10 to $15, but most of the fancy glass ones, as you would expect, are, you know, $25 and up, something like that. At least $20 and up. I love stuff like this, though. I love that, like, retro 1950s glass ornament look. If it weren't for those darn cats, I'd buy some. See, that's the thing. We have to come to places like Rogers Gardens or the Potting Shed to come and see beautiful Christmas ornaments because we can't have them in our house thanks to 3 very naughty cats. Okay, this looks like the dad tree over here, or the boy tree. You got Boy Scout uniforms or Cub Scouts. #1 teacher. You got some moving trucks. You got some tools and cameras. A first place ribbon. A doctor's uniform. A barbell. I mean, what else do you guys see? Because I'm seeing so many things here. Sports stuff. There's a coach whistle on there. Ooh, a cheerleader. You should have the cheerleader ornament. You were a cheerleader. And look at that. Ooh, one for the filmmaker and the fam. Dude, this is so cool. And it's nice to have Christmas music playing up here. The lights are on. I can see the lights coming on in the trees in the circle outside. I just never knew this cutesy little fun place was up here. And it feels like Rogers Gardens in the sense that it's like fancy. But it doesn't feel like it in the sense that it's not like pompous feeling up here. I don't know if that makes any sense. It doesn't feel snobby, you know, there's a lot of fun stuff in here too. Look, you got tiki mugs, there's rubber duckies, there's little baby Yoda lights. And look, Kit Kat clocks galore. Okay, this might be the ultimate Christmas tree for me. It's the American Road Trip Christmas tree. Look at this, you got the little compass up top, Route 66 ornaments on here. And then all kinds of ornaments themed to cities in America. Well, there's also Paris, France, but maybe we can pretend that one. All right, now, and this might be the ultimate Christmas tree for me. This is the travel Christmas tree. Look at this. On the top, you've got some compasses. You've got Route 66. You've got a New Orleans ornament over here on the side. You've got Paris, France. You've got the Golden Gate Bridge. You've got Vespas and scooters and cars and hot air balloons and aeroplanes. You got that thing. There's Big Ben. A lot of different American travel ones. So you've got a Chicago ornament right here for the end of Route 66. You got your totem pole over there for the Native Americans. Here's a California ornament. I mean, this is cool. This is like the best kept secret, and it's such a secret. It was even a secret from me until today. So if you've been looking for something like this to do for the holidays, a nice little place to browse, check out some Christmas decoration, get some theme tree ideas, come up to the potting shed, dude. This is awesome. No need to drive all the way down to... Now, Rogers Gardens is still cool. You should still go if you can or if you feel like it. But to be honest with you, I don't go there often during Christmas because I'm actually terrified of it. Like, that place is pretty scary. I'm always afraid I'm going to break stuff and the ornaments there. Some of the just the little glass ornaments like this saxophone could be like $70, $90, $150, $4,521 because a lot of them are handmade, custom made. This place has the same fancy vibe, but I mean, look at this. They've got a celebrity tree over here. They got freaking Frankenfurter in here, okay? If you have Tim Curry and look, George Michael's on the Christmas tree. I mean, come on, the place is cool. They're down with the homies. Oh, and best of all, look at right down here. It's Keanu Reeves. It's freaking John Wick. They shouldn't have killed his puppy. I don't know what he's doing with Taylor Swift. Let's hope that's a relationship that never happens. But look at this. You got all kinds of celebrities. You got, what's his face, Jason Momoa? Is that Jason Momoa over there? Like I said, George Michael's. Hey, there's a Mariah Carey on here. There's like some musical ornaments. So they're all themed. Look, a little guitar, a Grateful Dead bus up here. I don't know who this is. Who do we got? Is that Snoop Dogg? We got a little Snoop Dogg action. I think that might be Kurt Cobain. Although these days you never know. Could be Billie Eilish. Could be anyone. Is this Mulder? That's Scully, I mean? I have no idea. I'm pretty sure that's Cher. I'm pretty sure that's Marilyn Monroe. I have no idea who that is. Or that. Actually, the second one is Frederick Chopin, but I don't know who the first guy is. Ali said the tag said Misk Ornament. Here's Amy Winehouse over here hiding around. Oh, the jukebox is pretty darn cool. They have an AC/DC ornament. Okay, any place with an AC/DC ornament, that makes me far more comfortable kind of hanging out. What'd you find? A yellow submarine? I mean, look at this. The sun is setting up here. We have nice cafe, sort of jazzy music, beautiful Christmas trees, and then look at all the Taschen sort of fancy books like the Book of Tiki, or Palm Springs, A Modernist's Paradise. So it's kind of a fun place to come. Bring your hipster aunt or your fun uncle or just anyone you know that has a great sense of style and they're very picky about aesthetics. Maybe get them a gift card to this place. I mean, where else can you get themed Christmas trees and a book about mushrooms? Whew. I'm trying to see if I miss any, and indeed, I did miss some. This one's all beach themed, so you have sharks and hula girls and hot dog stands and little golden suns, and oh, there's even a little tiki bar right there. Something for Spike, a little octopus. This one's got all kinds of weird stuff. Tigers and iguanas and rainbows and guys from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So quite a mix. I smell incense. I smell Nag Champa. Okay, same brand. I see Reiki Power. I know it's here somewhere. Nag Champa. Is that it? No, Himalayan Jasmine. I'm close. I'm literally on the scent. I don't know where the Nag Champa's at. Anyway, we also have our southwestern or south of the border Christmas tree over here. You got all kinds of Mexican ornaments, and you have Frida Kahlo on here. You got some southwestern sort of road runners and cow skulls that are painted. You got your cowboy Santa, lasso Santa, your cactus, your sombreros down here, your cowboy boots. So it's pretty cool. Cowboy boots and Frida Kahlo all together. Okay, they did have Nag Champa, but a different brand. I have never seen that. Backflow incense cones. Anyway, as you can see, tons of cute stuff up here. Tons of hipstery, cute little things. Lots of decor. Lots of great Christmas presents. Lots of themed Christmas trees. So whether you're looking for Christmas or you're just looking up here for fun and looking for something for mom, for grandma, or your uncle who loves to design and play in the garden, they're definitely going to have something for you. Look at this. This is probably the best one, so I saved it for last. This one is all camping themed too, but it's all like national parks. So they have these great Like, look at that. There's Yellowstone down here. You got Bryce Canyon. They have these national park signs. They have bears. They have campers. Look, here's Sequoia National Park right up there. I need to go to Sequoia National Park. I haven't been there since I was a little kid. It's Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I mean, what a cute idea. How cute would that Christmas tree be in a log cabin? Or like Brett's living room? Because Brett always has that theme going on in his house. It would have been perfect when we had our forest-themed living room. What'd you ask me?
So did you ever go here?
Go where? Grand Tetons? Nope, I still haven't been to the Grand Tetons. Still missing quite a few. Never been to Glacier. Obviously, I haven't been to any in Alaska. I haven't been to Alaska yet. Adam the Woo just beat me there. I shouldn't say that. He invited me there, and I didn't go, and it was my own fault. I should have gone. But I have an aversion to cold. I'd like to go to Alaska in the summertime, but then the lodgings and the rental cars especially are so expensive, so I'm trying to figure it out. I've got to make it. It's my 50th state. Anyway, we spent quite a lot of time up here, way more than I meant to, so we should probably leave and head downstairs. I'm sorry this adventure was so long. It's just that I was so shocked and surprised when we came to the Orange Circle today. I was just going to go and look at some antiques, just going to hang out. And then when I saw that there was a freaking store I hadn't gone into that had this much depth. I mean, I lived down here for years, and then I moved away, and then I moved back, and I lived down here for years with Allie. Used to film. My friend Tyler lived here. Adam lived here. I spent so much time in Orange. My band's practice studio was here in Orange. I thought I knew everything there was to know about the Orange Circle. I have a booth down here. We're down here all the time. But I didn't know about the treasures within this one particular store. The potting shed. The greatest secret of the Orange Circle. It was right here in front of me this whole time. I never knew. Anyway, as I was saying, the Orange Circle. An amazing destination. Add it to your list if you're planning on a vacation to Southern California. And not just because I have an antique store booth here, just because it's a great place to spend a day. Walking around, looking at old buildings, looking at old stuff, and especially during the holidays, looking at Christmas decorations. Like I said, potting shed is just over there. So he's just kind of behind Santa Claus and the tree, which you can see are now lit up at night. The fountain is lighting up. The sun is going down. This adventure lasted way longer than I meant for it to, or I ever thought that it would. Which means, my friends, we've done our duty. If you want to give me the ultimate Christmas present, follow me on Patreon. Go subscribe over there. It helps keep the show alive and all the different travels and the things. Helps put food in my belly. Not that I need too much of that. I better go check that scale again when I get home, man. Helps me take care of the fam. We also have merchandise. We got the hats. I have my book. There's still time to get my book for Christmas. I will personalize it and sign it for you. Those options are available. But for now, let's face it, we've done everything we came to do and so much more. So happy holidays to all of you. Merry Christmas. Go home or sleep well. Rasputin killed by this Russian queen. Anyway, we also... Whoa.